one of your 8-week program. I'm so excited to host and be with you throughout your journey, throughout your wellness program journey. And today we're starting off with a very suiting title and exercise program called Transition into Position. Now, week 1 is meant for beginners as well as advanced exercisers. Advanced exercisers, you are going back, not in reverse, but you are going back and looking at your squat technique even under heavy load. And those that are just starting, you guys are looking at your squat technique and ensuring that you have proper squat technique before you go into load bearing. So before we even start a program, we need to make sure that we have enough of a base, which means we are nice and level, we are sturdy, and then we go into, are we doing correct full range of movement throughout these exercises? Then, only then can we increase load. So looking at the strength training pyramid, we want to make sure that we have that base of balance before we do anything. Then we look at doing our full range of movement. And then finally, we can look at increasing load. But before that, we are not doing anything. We are actually just ensuring that you guys have those base of strength, of that strength training pyramid and triangle. So let's get started. Transition into position. This can be done at any of your gyms, as well as your gyms on site. So here we go. If you guys need your workout of the week, week number 1, now is the time to start with us. This is the best time to start. And first up, we've got proper technique on a squat. So what I would like you to do is grab a band, and I'm going to show you up here what my legs are doing right now. I want your feet pointed slightly outwards with your toes, and we're actually wrapping that band around our legs like so. And we're doing this because we want to switch on our glutes while doing a proper squat. So now that's not the exercise. Now I've got a band around my legs like you guys just saw. I'm going to set up a bench or a box that equals or is around my range of movement in squat, so I can tap my butt and make sure I'm doing a full range of movement. I'm getting my glutes engaged by putting the band around. And this one is for time, so we've got 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. If you're an advanced exerciser, you're going to be using Tabata. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 8 rounds. It's going to be a more intense exercise, but those just beginning, this is called a micro workout. It can be done very quickly, and let's get started. So first thing, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, you're going down and back up, doing a proper squat, sit to stand with a band. And those advanced exercisers, you can do this as an activation before you start squatting. Once you've got that down, we can speed it up a little. And that is your squat, sit to stand. If that's really easy and you've been working with a band with one of your coaches, you are going right into your dumbbell squats. So you're doing weighted squats with dumbbells, not a barbell as of yet, but you can increase the load of your dumbbell squats. So again, proper technique, getting nice and deep in range of motion and breathing out on the way up. Simple dumbbell squats. That is number 1, first exercise. Exercise number 2, no matter if you are a beginner or advanced, you are grabbing a kettlebell to suit your weight, again with 30 seconds on. So choose a weight that you can do for 30 seconds. Make sure you're still getting low in that squat, and we're doing a kettlebell squat to pull. So you're going down and breathing up to about chest height, mid-sternum, back down. Try to get as low as you can actually tap that kettlebell against the ground. If you can get that low, you're doing really well. Your flexibility is great. From the side, make sure that you're keeping your shoulders back and down. You're not leaning forward in an improper squat to make that touch the ground. And we're going down with a nice neutral spine. Good, not forward flexing in order to make that happen. Easy on the back, but ensuring that we're keeping that nice neutral spine throughout as well. Remember that we always do a 5-minute warm up on our favorite cardio machine, some dynamic stretching before we get started into any of these workouts, and we cool down afterwards for 5 minutes on any of the machines, and then do our band stretching at the end. So you grab the band and really get into those muscles that are a little bit tighter. All right, after that, we've got our crank it. So we've got our pull, now we've got our crank it push-ups. So just moving the camera over here. Perfect. Hi, Daniel, good to see you. And into our crank it push-ups. Now, with this next exercise, we want to come out on the crank it straps, and the more that we go away from the anchor point, the harder it's going to become. Or sorry, the more that we go away from the anchor point, the easier it gets, and the further we go towards the anchor point, you're going to feel it, the harder it gets. So choose a approximate distance that works best for you. In the crank it push-ups, try to go on your toes. If not, you can keep your feet flat on the ground. In this position, we've got nice neutral spine. We're going down to about chest, back up. Try not to go down and break at the hips. Keep your core engaged and back up. Also, try not to go too deep. That's going to cause shoulder injury. So we want you to stop right here and back up. If you've been doing push-ups for a while, challenge yourself. Get really deep underneath that crank it strap and go hard. That's a great one way to challenge yourself as well, getting deeper on the crank it strap. Now, let's go into our seated row. So I'm quickly going to take you over to the seated row and make sure that you guys know how to do the seated row effectively. Awesome. So next up is the seated row cable machine. Cool, here we are. Hi you guys, thank you for joining me tonight. The gym was pumping earlier, but now I'm able to do our workout of the night. Awesome. So with the seated row, choose a handle that you would like to utilize. I'm gonna use my soft handle right here. I like this one. But the person before this had the dual 2 handles like that. That also works. Make sure that you wipe down and hang up all handles, which I will be doing after this video. So we keep the gyms nice and clean. All right, so into our seated row. So first, one foot up. In this position, we're keeping a nice neutral spine, and we're not bringing our arms super close to our body. That was the old way of thinking. We're actually pulling them like this in a nice neutral position. So not in here, right here, not high, just nice where it feels that your shoulder's moving through the joint in a really nice clean position. And you'll be able to feel it because it won't be doing that as you pull back. So both feet on, seated row position from here, neutral spine, shoulders back and down, breathing out as we pull. Bringing the rope about to here and back down. And that is your seated row. As we get going, put on more weight, but remember you want to be able to do 30 seconds on the seated row in order to be efficient on that. You guys are looking good. Now we're getting into it. We're getting into the final exercise, which is our plate twists. Here we go. Get you set up again. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. You guys are legends. All right, so final one is our plate twist. So I'll get my light set up there. So you'll notice that each program is a full body balance program. You're doing legs and then a push and then a pull and then a core exercise. And moving into the other weeks, you'll be doing cardio as well. So with this one, we're going to have our arms out as straight as we can to challenge ourselves. If we need to bring them in, we can. But let's try to keep them out as much as possible In this position, we're going around and back. You're doing 2 sets of all of the exercises. So go one way for the first 30 seconds and then reverse directions for the next 30 seconds after that. Slight squat as you're going around. Control the plate. You're going to feel that in your core as well as your arms and throughout your whole body like I just did. That is transition into position week 1 of your fitness routine, and it is a micro workout. 1 set, 10 minutes, in, out, then you're done, right? So really quick, if you're doing a 10-minute micro workout, you're only doing 2 to 3 minutes of warm up, going through those 5 exercises, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, 2 to 3 minutes of warm up, and you're done, you're out again. All right, so that is cool down, that is your 10-minute micro workout. If you have 20 minutes, you're going through 2 sets like we normally do, but being it that it's week 1 take action week, we just want you to take action. We want you to start somewhere, and if time is an issue like all of us, we want you to do our micro workout. Awesome, thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'm Megan Jarvis signing off. Any questions about this program, feel free to reach out to us as coaches. We can adapt this in any way. Any back problems or shoulder injuries, that is what we specialize in. So make sure to reach out. We're also starting our Bad Back Club, which will really hone in on anybody that has any back injuries. We want to make sure you guys are safe. Have an awesome evening. Thanks for joining. See you, Jean. Thanks, Dan. Bye, you guys.